All right, we back, baby. It is another special edition of Father Pod. I believe this is episode 4 of Father Pod. So,
okay.
Yeah, man. We back in the building for another Father Pod for Father's Day. This will drop the Wednesday before Father's Day so that everyone can enjoy the episode on the weekend of Father's Day and stuff like that. So, yeah. So we're going to get started. We got a new guest in the building. You guys already know Deck from a couple episodes ago. Thank you for being back.
Always.
I told you I'd get you back on a Father Pod. And then this is my nephew, Michael.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Mike,
Bubba.
Carl Winslow.
Carl
nickname. whatever
Back
nickname
to,
you
back
know.
to my
Mike.
PlayStation days.
Yeah. Whatever nickname you wanted to.
Dude, if you're Carl Winslow, I'm Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Like, that's just.
You want to switch names for the sake of the podcast?
Yeah. We don't want to get canceled already.
Yippee-ki.
All right, man. We back in the building. And you know how we do here. June is Men's Mental Health Month, so this is a great time to do our episode for Father Pod as well. So we're gonna go around the room and just talk about how our weeks went just before we start the pod. We get down and dirty. I'll go first since this is your new time on the pod, so you can kind of get acclimated to how we start this pod, and then Deck will go next, and then you go after them.
Cool.
All right. My week was good. I'll rate it as a 7. It was middle road. Nothing really crazy happened. I just want to say, though, congratulations to my son. He graduated last week.
Very nice.
Wait, did that week just pass? No, this is a new week, right? All right, no. All right.
That was last
I
week.
thought I was tripping right now.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, did he just graduate last week? I was like, oh, no. Okay. So that's why
he's proud. That's what he said. He's proud.
Yeah. So I'm so excited because my son graduated high school last week. And then my youngest daughter graduated kindergarten. So now all my kids are trending towards high school grads. My daughter's a sophomore next year, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So I got 1 out, three more to go.
Dang.
Life is flying by fast, but it's a good flying by. I like it. I know it sucks because you think about how fast your kids are growing, and I'm sure both of you guys both realize that as well. It's time doesn't stop for nobody. Time doesn't stop at all, and even when you want to savor that moment, it still doesn't stop. That's why I think now it's most important as ever to record, to take pictures, to live in the moment, take your mind shots or your memory bank. Save all of them in your head.
Preach.
Do all the memories you can because, dude, it goes fast, bro. Before you know it, Levi will be fucking grown and, out of here, that type of shit. It's those days of, me growing up as a kid, I would think it was really slow.
Reminiscing.
Yeah, when you grew up as a kid, you're like, man, this shit's like, I can't wait to get in high school. I can't wait to have a job. I can't wait to have a car. And then you're like,
And then it happens.
Yeah,
and
you're
all
like-
of a sudden.
you're like, fuck, man, I wish I could go back. But yeah, besides the point. Just to end it. Yeah, my week was a 7 and average, and I just want to say congratulations to my son for graduating high school. Can't wait to see what you're gonna do in the future. And yeah, man, this is what life is all about. Being able to celebrate these moments in life.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
All right, Deck, how was your week?
Like always, man, I'm always right in the middle. I have my moments, like everybody. I don't. But really, just everything's been going well.
That's good.
And I think that's a huge jump from the last time I was on with you. Still finding joy in the little things. I think that's the very, very, very important. Someone told me about just embracing moments fully and reflecting on those moments when you have a chance. They introduced me to a new show, which I showed my kids, and they absolutely love it. It's just simplicity.
Yep.
Simplicity. I think that's what we get away from, because just like just like Ray said, just piggybacking off of what you just said with your son's accomplishment, it's just like, damn, like I was just changing your diaper not too long ago, and now you over here, hey, Dad, give me my diploma. You know, where did that time go?
Yep.
You know, but it's the simple things, you know, understanding like, hey, I went from changing diapers to now, hey, Dad, show me how to drive, you know, that kind of thing. I cannot wait for that. I'm scared, but I can't wait for it. So, but all in all, my week has been just a cool in the middle.
And how many kids do you have?
That I know of? No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, I'm in the same boat. Me and my wife talk about it all the time. Like, imagine one day, like, somebody just comes up to the door, like, I think, is Ray here? I think that's my dad.
Like,
We always joke about that shit all the time because
it's funny. It's funny.
Yeah.
It is funny.
It's funny.
I have 3. I have two boys and a beautiful, beautiful baby girl.
Nice. And how old are they?
No, I'm just kidding. 9. My son's gonna be 4, and my daughter is 2.
Oh, okay. So they're all
9,
scattered.
4.
Yes.
Oh, damn. She's a baby?
Yeah. I do. I was talking to somebody the other day, and she just threw her water bottle at me and said, "Water." I said, "You little heifer! I am going to go get it right now."
I know. Okay.
Exactly. I was just like, "How dare you?" And my sons looked at me. They were just like, "You going to go get her water?" I was like, "Yes,
Hell
absolutely."
yes.
Do you not see how hard and the ferocity she threw that bottle? Yes, absolutely. I'm going to go get it. So, but yeah, I mean, just moments like that, like you just don't reflect on that because what they see is just like, damn, Daddy got punked. But I'd rather get punked by her than anybody else.
It's the I mean, for me, I have 3 girls, and from my oldest to my youngest, they all have me wrapped around their finger. I would do anything for them. And it's funny because my wife, I can tell she's like, they're spoiled. They'll be like, I want this, and I'm like, I'm already looking for how to get it.
Exactly.
You know, that type of shit. Because for me, it's like I grew up in an era where it didn't matter what I wanted.
No,
I'm not gonna
You're
get
not
it.
gonna get it.
You know,
No.
and so for me to be able to build a life where I'm not rich, I'm not gonna say I'm fucking well off, but I make, I've built this life to be comfortable.
absolutely.
Where when my kids want something, I can go get it and give it for them. But then also too, my kids are well behaved and also earn the stuff that they want and they ask for, because I'm just not gonna get it for them just because. They got to make sure their grades are good, that they're acting well, they're not being disrespectful, whatever, blah blah blah. If they're good kids, I told them, if you guys are good, like, you guys have nothing to worry about.
Yep.
I'll do anything for you. But as soon as you start effing up and being disrespectful and all that stuff like that, then those things start slowly going away.
We got to reflect.
Then we got to reflect
Yep.
and kind of figure out, hey, why are you not getting this stuff, and
Get back to where the presents come back. Yeah, 100%.
100%. But all right, Bubs, how was your week?
My week has been pretty good. Work's been really slow, and for a long time in a while, I've actually been able to enjoy my time off, because last year was a really hectic year for me. I mean, just between buying my house and all the issues that I've been having that I did have with the house, and for work to kind of see
How quick did that celebration go from I got out of my house to like,
dude,
fuck, why did I get this?
I was there for maybe 3 months at max.
Wow.
And then I had a leak happen. A hot water line busted underneath the concrete, flooded out my whole condo. Wow. So I was there for 3 months. I was out for about 6 months in a hotel. And then I finally got back in close to like last November, December. And slowly everything's kind of where I'm actually wrapping up the last of it. And I'm actually enjoying my house now and all the time I get to spend with my son too.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Dude, I be complaining. Ain't no paper towels in the house.
My paper towels
those are real
so
problems.
Yeah, he didn't have any paper towels. It's just wet.
That's what I'm saying.
Disintegrated.
I'm like, there ain't no paper towels. I'm so upset. I can't be here, and I can't wait to grow up. I really can't.
Yeah.
That have real adult problems, because
He said, I can't wait to grow up. Oh my God.
Man.
All right, man. So yeah. All right, man. Let's jump straight into the pod. We could, since we've already knocked all that stuff out.
absolutely.
Cool.
I do want to say again before we start this pod, last month was Mental Health Awareness Month. This month is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Please go check on your friends, your family, your loved ones, anybody that you know that might be having issues, or even if it's you, go get help. There's always lifelines to reach out to. There's many different lines of communication that you can go through, whether it's professional, whether it's people that you trust in or you confide in that can help you out, or kind of get you to rebalance, or get you recentered and stuff like that, because life is hard, and a lot of times people don't like to admit that, or they like to go against the grain kind of thing and hold on to what stress they're going through and not speak out, or not try to get somebody that just to listen to them. And that's what the one thing too, it's people, you need somebody to hear you.
Vocalize,
right?
vocalize,
Yes.
vocalize.
You need somebody to hear you, and once they hear you and they hear you, and they don't have to say anything to you, they don't have to give you advice. And that's one thing too for me. It's like, I don't need advice. I just want somebody to hear me, because all my life I was never heard.
Yep.
And when you go through life like that, you kind of keep the same mentality, and you kind of hold stuff close to the vest, because you're like, why should I say something when nobody's gonna hear me anyway?
That I just want to pick. I agree 100% with you, Ray. 100%. Yeah. I will go a step further and say, you have a hard time finding your identity.
Yes, 100%. Or what do they call that? Imposter syndrome, where you fake a certain personality because you don't want to show the real person you are.
Yes.
And I think that's where I kind of landed when I was in high school. Kind of like everything was okay. I was, had everything together. Everyone thought I was like a fucking, the most happiest kid, and my life was great and all that stuff like that. Until, if you listen to, I think it was episode 48, 49, when I had my high school buddies here, and we were going through my life and how I, went from, freshman to out of high school. They didn't know half the things I went through with my grandma, my mom, and all that stuff like that. And they were just like, man, you seem like you had it all together. Like, you were happy and everything was cool. And I'm like, yeah, but
behind closed doors, you were.
Who am I talking to?
You were going through it.
Who am I talking to? Yeah.
So, but
and who can relate to what I'm about to
especially,
say?
I think being at that age too, it's already hard enough to talk as a teenager, and it's you got through it, man.
Yeah, 100%. So all right, let's get to one of the questions. So I have two sets of questions. One set is for you as a father, and then the other set is for your father, basically. So kind of a questions that mesh, like how you felt about your father or stuff like that.
Straight for the jugular. Huh?
Oh, 100%. I mean, that's all my dad deserves.
Spoiler, I have no idea what these questions are, so that's why I said straight for the jugular.
Yeah.
So let's do it.
So, all right, first question. We'll go a little easy. What has your child taught you about yourself? Anybody wants to go first? It's cool.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll go first.
Okay.
What has my child taught me about myself? That it's okay to be a child again.
I like that. I think I'll second that, because even if you ask my wife, like before, like I never used to like to play with toys.
Yeah.
And because I felt like it was such a childish thing to do. Even though like my kids like would want me to play with them, I just didn't feel.
You're too grown for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I felt, and then now I think about it now, like I play with my daughter and I'm like, I felt so stupid.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Like I felt so stupid thinking that way back then. And it's hard to say that right now, because you would think like I was a kid too. So I know how it feels to play with toys, but also in my mind, I didn't have people to play with.
Exactly.
Like my dad wasn't there, so I didn't play with my dad.
Exactly.
I didn't have friends at my house, so most of the time I was playing by myself, right, with toys. So it's like
pause.
Yes, pause. Ultimate pause on that. But like that's what I'm saying. It's like I didn't have the interaction I'm having now with my kids. Like
blueprint, blueprint, right? Yeah,
And
I get that's
it's crazy.
Yeah, it is. And also, you're a man.
Yes.
And nobody taught you how to play with girls. So this is
Oh.
pause again. But you get it though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting. Like it's like and that's the revelation. Like when my daughter comes up to me, she's like, "Daddy," I'm like, "Oh, she wants to play." But I've had 2 boys and they want to rough house and throw hands and that kind of thing. So now I got to press reset. Okay, she wants to sit here and sip imaginary, and I've never done that. I've never done that. So it's just like when the boys see me, they're like, "Daddy, you're playing with cups, right?" I'm like, "Yes."
Yes. You want some?
Yes.
Exactly.
How about you guys sit down? We're all gonna have a fucking tea party.
that part. But yeah, yes.
Clink,
yes.
clink, motherfucker.
Put that pinky up, bitch. But,
You better not say bitch, though.
all right, Mike. How do you being a new dad? What has your son taught you about yourself?
I think the patience that I thought I had pre-kid has definitely been tested. So I thought I had patience and time before. No, this kid has tested the boundaries to where I'm like, damn, have I ever really been this patient, or are you just pushing me to my limits?
Well, that's how they did that.
I kind of feel like we should say like strap in, like
it only gets worse
or better, depending on how you look at it. But yeah, it gets the ride gets
okay.
It's
a ride.
Because
It's a ride.
I thought having a kid was gonna be. I knew it was gonna be hard.
Yeah.
But I didn't think it was gonna be
that hard.
this motherfucking hard.
Yeah, well, and I'll tell you this, bro. You just have to understand the boundaries, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have to be okay with setting those boundaries.
Preach.
If you're okay with setting those boundaries, no matter what happens,
Mm-hmm.
then you'll be fine. It's the line that you teeter, because you can go the wrong way if you don't set those boundaries and you kind of give him a little bit, because then he's like, oh, if I just cry or if I just whine enough, my dad will just melt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And now he knows that, and nobody believes me. These kids are smart, bro. They're fucking smart.
Oh, they'll play you.
That's what I'm saying.
Play you
They're
right in front of your
they're
face.
fucking smart. And I'm telling you, bro, like, you have to understand that when you are disciplining or you're trying to teach them right from wrong, that you stand on your ground and you let them know, like, this is wrong.
Yep.
And you can't melt, because if you melt, they got you. Because then at that point, it's like every time something happens, they're just gonna cry, no matter what. And it's like they're waiting for you to be like, "Oh no, it's okay." Like, nah, dog. Like,
They're waiting for you to
Yes.
cry or panic
yes.
too.
Yeah.
So, and that would be like one set of advice is like, you don't feel bad about understanding that you are setting this boundary and you know what's right from wrong. Because I'm not gonna sit here and be like, you're doing something wrong where you're like beating the shit out of your kid and for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
You know when there's a line that he's crossing,
That's been crossed to where it
and
gets
you
to
know,
that
yes,
point.
and you know that you need to set this line, because if he keeps pushing that line down the road,
It's just gonna get worse.
you're just gonna have this fucking thing to
Kid
clean
running
up.
amok.
Yes, and you don't want that. So
Just to piggyback off what Ray said, 100%. That's he's taking us to church this morning, so it ain't even Sunday. Embrace your mistakes. You're gonna make them.
Yep.
You're gonna make them.
100.
Don't let them define you, though.
Yep.
That's
You learn from them and you move forward.
You're not gonna do anything. There's no perfect handbook. Just I made a mistake. Reflect. How can I make it better? Go forward. How can I not do this again?
Yeah, because there's times where you're gonna crash out.
Yep.
Right, and it's probably because stress, work, that what came home with you, or
Environment.
bills, environment, any little thing. Driving home, road rage. You get home and he does something little that you never get mad at, and all of a sudden it just makes you mad.
Raiders lose.
Yeah.
I'm just,
Hey, you want to make it out of here?
That's a very angry year.
I said environment.
You want to make it out of here? I mean, this show is pre-recorded, so nobody will know. I can delete nobody will know you're here.
Like, we did have a guest.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, man, like, and I'll tell you this from my experience, going through everything that I went through in my life. I held on to a lot of demons, a lot of traumas that I took in with me as a parent. right? So any little thing, like even now, Bray will tell you, like I've calmed down a lot, and a lot of it has to do with me working out.
Yep.
Right. I'm able to get the aggression out, get the the grief, the sadness, or the depression that I'm going through at that moment. It just melts away because I'm constantly fatiguing my brain, and that's what I keep telling you. It's like I'm physically and mentally working on my brain, and it's like I can feel it, the change, right? I'm not as explosive as I used to be, because I used to be explosive.
Oh no, since I've known you, I feel like you've changed. Your whole attitude has changed.
Maybe I should
so
be
much.
sitting over there then. Like if I'm,
I used to be so well. I mean, even as a young adult, like I didn't care. You looked at me the wrong way. You spoke at me the wrong way. We're gonna fight. Like,
right?
I was that guy.
Dang.
I was that, like, and I was about it. Like I was in your face. Like
0 to 100.
Yes.
Wow.
And I black out. Like I'm not the one to play with when I get mad. So like,
okay.
That's what I tell people too with my kids. Like if you fuck with my kids, I black out. Like
That's automatic. I didn't think
there's no middle ground.
Yeah.
There's no gray area. Like even when my wife will tell me, like, we've had instances with one of my daughters where she was getting bullied at school. I was already ready to drive there and talk to the parents of the other kid, because I was like, his or her dad is gonna see me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, this is not gonna go on. Because if I have to come down there, I will find out where they live and I will go to their house. Like that is just what it is, right? But now,
I'm gonna hold you a little bit on that, because I know you in the moment, that passion, but I think that you'll still do the adult thing and be like, let me have a conversation first before I.
Now.
Yes.
Now,
We're talking about the now.
Now, yeah.
Okay.
We're talking about the 6 mile a morning.
Okay.
See, now it's like, okay. Are you okay? Because if you're not okay, then we can handle it.
Okay.
That's like, that type of shit. Before it was like, I don't give a fuck if you're okay. We're gonna handle it right now.
Okay. I was thinking like the blackout is still like on the table.
No.
Because for me, it's still on the table, but it's all the way over there.
Yeah.
For me, that's just me.
But yeah, to finish it off, I mean, what he said perfectly. You're gonna make a mistake. Learn from the mistake, and just understand that you are no matter what you do, how perfect you think you're gonna be, how detailed you think you are, you're gonna make a mistake with him regardless, 100%. As he gets older, and I will tell you this, that I learned later in life with all my kids, is that when you do make a mistake, you need to, when he understands, right? Right now he doesn't understand anything. When he gets older and you do make a mistake, as in like, you blow up by accident or whatever, blah, blah, you need to sit him down and you need to explain your mistake to him.
And
so that
I feel like I kind of already do that now.
Yeah.
Like when I do kind of take time to reflect and take back, like, hey, you know what, son? I'm sorry, we can't do this, and that. Even though he might not understand it at this point in time.
Well, that's good.
I feel like at least for me, it makes me feel better about myself.
Yes.
And I feel like he's getting to the point where he knows, like you said, these fucking kids are smart. They know how to play you. And
I like to use this as a template. Our kids are a blank canvas.
Yes.
And we are the forever paintbrush with every different color. And it's okay that you show them how to color on that canvas. And if they make a mistake, hey, we can't go back because it's paint. But let's see how we can, use this to our advantage. Let's see how we could change the picture a little bit, just to, maybe put a more grass right here or whatever, that kind of thing. But that's how I like to view, I don't know, growing up.
No, I like that.
All right. Next question is, what surprised you most about becoming a dad?
You want to go first or you want me to? I can. It's up to you.
You can go ahead.
What was the question again, Ray?
What surprised you most about becoming a dad?
The results. No, I'm just kidding.
He's like, I was the father.
How quickly the fear sets in, because you just don't know what to do. It's not like playing a video game where you could read the instructions where it's just up, down, left, right, A, B. It's, what do you mean? They if they're hungry, talk to me. Oh, I can't talk to you. Okay, how do I know this and that? What's the problem here? What's the problem? It's always something different. more and more. And for me, I fell into the fear at the beginning because I didn't know what to do because I didn't have my dad.
Yeah.
So I wasn't angry. I was more scared. I was more panicked. And not a lot of people will say that because, like, stereotypes, black men just run. Sorry. All men who aren't strong enough run. Sorry. Yes. Sorry, Ray. And I just told myself I couldn't run. So I embraced that fear, and then I just let that feed me.
Mine is a little different. In the same aspect of fear, I wasn't afraid about having a kid when I found out that I was having my son. I was afraid of not being there for him because I was like, my dad wasn't there for me, obviously, my whole life.
Yeah.
In and out during high school when I first met him and knew who my dad was.
Yeah.
Then disappeared again. So it's like I had fear like I was going to do that to him.
Yep.
And I think that was the one thing where I was like battling with myself, like, am I doing this correctly? And then when me and his mom kind of, separated and did all this stuff, I was like, every time I would not see him, I would be like, man, like I would get that guilt of like, I'm being my dad. Even if it was like a weekend, like that type of shit, like, or we're fighting and she's not letting me see him type shit. It's like, I feel the guilt of like, I'm being my dad. Yeah. That type of shit. Right.
Yep.
So I had the same fear, but it wasn't the fear. Like I was told my wife now when we had our first daughter, it was her first kid, but I wasn't like, even if I had my son, I hadn't had a kid like living with me. Right. So we both went into that situation as like, all right, we're both going to have a
new
kid. New parents. But I was at the same time, I wasn't scared. I was just like, I got to do my shit now.
Yep.
Right. Like I have to provide and I know blah, blah, blah. So I've never had that fear of like, oh, what to do. I think it's just a fear of like not being there for my kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or being an absent father.
Yeah. I'll let you go. I think for me, Ray, the reason why I said is the fear is because, yes, I had that with you, like you had too. But I stopped working to be with him because I wanted him to know who I was. Yeah. That's why I said the fear. So yes, 100% where you were, but I just was like, hey, I'm daddy. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm not going nowhere.
It's me. This guy.
Yeah, man. I think for me, just the amount of unconditional love this kid has given me, regardless of whether I'm yelling at him or we're in a good mood, just the from waking up with them every single morning, man. It's crazy. Like I didn't know anybody could love me the way that this kid does.
And I think as he gets older and he's able to express it to you verbally without like right now actions he's showing you, but when he's like looking you and he's telling you and you can see it in his eyes, like it's something different, bro.
I've gotten a handful of those, especially right before bed, dude. It's been like the sweetest shit in the world, man.
That makes you want to cry.
Tell him, Ray, wait till he does the drop off.
Oh yeah. I don't want to do the drop
off. Oh yeah.
Wait till he do the drop off, bro. He's 3 years old.
Yeah, wait. That's I seen that twinkle behind the sunglasses. That's what I said. Wait till you do the drop off.
The first one, especially the first one, bro. It's emotional. Well, I mean, every milestone with your first one is emotional. Like it's every little milestone you have, like when he started walking, when he started talking, when he goes to school for the first time, when he brings home your first Father's Day present from school because he made it, and he's so excited to give it to you, like that type of shit. It just gets
when you got to go back to the school because he wet himself.
or the first time you have to go to school because he fights, that
exactly.
So I just let you know, it gets better.
It gets better.
You get stress all around, whether it's angry stress, sad stress, that type of stuff.
The adventures they never end.
They never, that 100%. Adventures never end.
No, man, especially with that kid, man. He keeps me on my toes.
Yeah,
that's the best part, dude. That's the best part.
He's a wild card. He's a trip, man.
All right. Let's get a little deeper here. What aspect of parenting do you feel people don't talk about enough?
I think being a dad, just the amount of time that you spend away from home. And as much as I'm getting to that point where, like you guys said, it's the drop-offs, the activities, the sporting events. I know I'm going to eventually have to miss a handful of those. And I think about that a lot, and it does get to me. And yeah, I think just time spent away from home, as much as I don't want it, it's inevitable. I'm going to have to kind of keep everything going. And yeah.
Can I go?
Yeah,
You know
go.
The talking part. A lot of parents don't talk anymore. Everything's done in an electronic age. I don't know if you guys, or Ray, if you've noticed schooling nowadays, everything's done more electronically on computers or tablets.
I wish I was back in the day.
Yeah, but do you though, Ray? Like, honestly, because remember, this is how you were, got you to where you are now.
I feel like it disassociates.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The talking, the actual aspect of talking.
Well, I will kind of play devil's advocate, right? You talk about talking in an aspect, but I remember when I was growing up, I never talked to my because I had grandparents, right?
Yes.
So I lived with my grandparents. I never talked to them about anything about life, right? It was,
But
I'm sorry. And so, and I think that's where now when I talk to my kids, like any way possible I can talk to them is to me a win, right?
Absolutely.
So my oldest daughter, she battles anxiety, panic attacks, stuff like that. She likes to text, right? And that's kind of her main outlet of like when she really can't say something, she'll text it to my wife. And I feel like, yes, I get you. Electronics is crazy right now, and that aspect of actually face-to-face talking is kind of gone. But it gave her another outlet to be like, hey, I can't say this verbally. I can show you
absolutely
this is how I feel.
Absolutely.
Right? And
absolutely.
I and that's why I said, like, I get it. But again, to me, it's just like before I didn't even get to talk to my parents like that, right?
Yeah.
And even with my mom was, a drug addict, and there was maybe like this amount of time where she was sane.
Yeah.
Like where I can tell that she was here with us.
Yeah.
The rest of the time she was in and out of her fucking, thing. And my grandparents came here from the Philippines, and they had to take us in because nobody else were going to take me and my sister in. So they had done raising kids like fucking 15 years ago.
Yep.
Came here to America, barely spoke English, and it was like,
like a restart.
How do we raise these kids in America that we don't even, that type of shit,
Yeah.
So, but
yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
That whole point, the actual talking, just like you said, parents need to be comfortable talking. So because you're comfortable talking with your daughter, even though that's her outlet as far as texting your wife, she's still like, I have somebody I can talk to. That's what I mean. And that's why I said, when you reference the question, what do other parents do? Some parents say, okay, I got, and no judgment. It's just that I got my kid, but now I'm going to take them to the house, and they just go off into their room until it's dinner time and things like that. There's no, hey, how was your day? Do you have any challenges? Can I help you? We're away from that because of electronics, you know?
Well, that and I get that too. But I think, what is that guy? Gary V? Gary V? The dude that used to fucking go to the yard sales and shit, but he's all famous now because he's a billionaire.
I have no idea who that is.
Oh, he will like flip stuff. And now I feel like he's more of like a motivational
yes,
coach.
100%. Right? So he's like a motivational speaker now because he started from like nothing, and he was able to like flip stuff from garage sales and stuff like that, and kind of shows you like how to like get yourself to get started on just anything, right? I feel like there was one little clip I saw of him, and some mom was talking to him like, how do I navigate this electronic age with my kid and everything that happens with social media and just the internet, period. And he's like, well, you either don't give him any access to the internet, but then you are going to stunt their growth, because all these other kids that are on the internet, and whether it's bad or good, by the time you give the access to your kid, the other kids are going to be well surpassed in navigating creating and all that stuff on that. And he's like, at this point in time where we're going, you can't,
It's inevitable.
it's inevitable. And you're just going to hurt your child.
Correct. And that I understand, but it should be a together thing.
Oh, no.
Right?
Yeah. You have to, for one, right? You have to be a present parent.
Correct.
To be like having the trust of your kids, and your kids trusting you to be trusting in them.
Correct.
To do the right thing
Correct.
on the internet and all the stuff like that.
Correct.
And I think we talked about this the last time. I do the same thing with my kids. Like, I tell them, as long as you're okay, we kind of supervise in the background. And if you're doing the right things, we won't say anything to you. You do whatever you want. Mm-hmm. But as soon as you get that first strike,
reflect.
Helicopter parent is there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I told them all that. So they kind of are growing in their own way, and I like it because it's like we're not kid gloving them, but we kind of are. I don't know how to explain that part, but
You're pushing them toward the edge, but because they're almost ready to fly.
Yes. Yeah. 100%. All right. Let's see. Okay. What fears do you have as a father? Just one fear.
You want me to go?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm still thinking.
Not being there. That's the only fear. Literally. I mean, everything else I think I could pretty much handle. I mean, losing a limb, arm. I mean, I can handle. I mean, just being sincere. I mean, people do it every day. It's just not being there. And you're just not seeing the progression, the growth. That's the biggest fear. There's a good song. I like it very much by Michael Jackson. It's called Heaven Can Wait. So if any of you listeners get a chance, but the gist of the song is like he'll tell the angels and God, no, not yet.
I like that. Want to go? Are you still thinking?
No, I'm still thinking.
Right.
Go ahead.
I think my fear as a father is along the same lines as just not being there, because obviously my dad just wasn't there, obviously. And my mom was there, but she wasn't there, if that makes sense. So it's like, I think my fear is just me and my wife, obviously, just not being there for our kids. And I think we do, and I've talked to my wife about this too. It's like, we're going to make mistakes, but we're doing the best we can to be the best parents we can to our kids. Yep. And I see that every day, and and even if we do make a mistake, or we happen to do something that we concerns is listed as a mistake, we can always look back to how they're growing into a person, and making sure that we kind of check those boxes as wins as well. Because sometimes you kind of don't look at what you're doing in a positive way, especially when you make a mistake, right? You make a mistake and you're like, oh, the world's over, my kid's going to hate me, blah, 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 and all this stuff like that. But then you realize when you see them and how they act and how they grow, it's like we're raising really good kids. And I think that is the fear. For me, it was like not being a part of their lives, or also raising not good humans. And you won't know, honestly, the crazy thing is, like, you won't know how they are until they get old, to a certain point of age, and you'll notice, because then it's like when they're out on their own, not by themselves, but when they're not with you or around you, how do they act? Right? When they're with their friends, how do they act? When they're at school, how do they act? When they're in the classroom and you're not there, obviously, how do they act? Right? So you start getting little nuggets of like, okay, when I'm not present, are they representing us
or themselves?
For themselves,
Yeah, 100%.
So, yeah.
I think my biggest fear would probably be him not being able to communicate how he feels. I think, or just talk to me in general. I want him to always feel comfortable talking to me, and I think that kind of comes from me growing up, just being with my mom was a very big alcoholic, and there was a lot of stuff that happened over there where I wasn't able to kind of communicate to my dad what was going on, and I regret not kind of talking to him growing up and telling him, hey, this is what's kind of going on over there. But because I feel like as an adult, not so much anymore. I feel like my early 20s, it caused me a lot of trauma, having to kind of put up with that. And I would hope that he would feel comfortable talking to me.
Do you write Carl Winslow? Do you write?
Do I write?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
You should try it. I just looking at you. You should like if you have a second, like maybe at the end of the night, just write down your feelings. I wouldn't say burn the paper, but just write them down, just to reflect. I kind of feel like that'll help you out. Because my dad wasn't there, but I noticed that in my adult life, writing down what I would say to him helped.
At some point in time, I
was like, you said what you write down what you would say to him. There's a lot of stuff I would say.
Yes, yes, that's what I said. Exactly, writing it down would help. That's what I
Why
said.
didn't you come back with the milk, Dad?
Because the store was so far away.
You still looking for the milk right now? That 2% is hiding, huh?
You seen gas prices?
Yeah.
They make
Probably
four
got
types of milk now, Dad. Just choose one.
Powdered.
Goddamn almond milk.
They're milking almonds, damn it. Come on.
I'll settle for water. Just come on.
But you know what? I did write at some point in time. Just there was a lot of stuff that I wasn't able to kind of express to her the way I wanted to, just because I was never able to get my point across. But I did. It's actually still in my phone. It's a very big list, and I feel like the only time I'll probably be able to find peace and expressing that is whenever she does pass away or anything like that.
Exactly. That's the whole point. You'll still have it. It's not in here. Mm-hmm. It's on a piece of paper, so you can let it go and be like, come back and say, hey, if I do get the chance to have this conversation with you, not in a malicious way, but this is how I feel.
I would say it's probably going to be hard, right? And you said it. You said, you probably are not going to be able to express it to her because, one, she's going to be in her mode, which is, always in her vice, right? Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you from experience, like, I didn't get to talk to my mom until she went to rehab. And she's been in and out of rehab all my life. But this last time before she passed away, she went to rehab. She was doing really good a whole year. Mm-hmm. And I've told the story on the pod before where my wife, we weren't going to go see her. As she was in rehab, we went to see her every weekend. And I would bring my kids just to give her the motivation of like, we want you to come home.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Want you to be good.
That's beautiful, right? That's beautiful.
That type of stuff. And I was all in at this point.
That's healing. That's healing. That's healing.
Yeah. So, and as I went, she was getting better and better. I can see it in her face. I can see my old mom coming out, and I was super excited. One weekend, I don't know why we weren't going to go, but we just couldn't go, right? We were just not going to go. And my wife's like, no, you go, like, by yourself. And I was scared because I was like, I've never been alone with my mom.
Oh, shit.
So it was like, I was like, damn, like, do I? And I was fighting myself. I was like, do I go? Do I just not go? And I was like, you know what? I'm like, maybe this is a sign for me to go.
Yep.
By myself. Mm-hmm. So I went, and we had this deep-ass conversation of, like, I was telling her how I felt when I was younger and, all the trauma that I went through, everything I seen, and she apologized. We cried, and we got all this emotions out, right?
Oh, yeah.
And she ended up getting out, and obviously if anybody knows about addicts, the hardest thing to do is for them to quit, especially for them doing it for so long. She went back and she passed away. And I was so grateful that I was able to
Have that conversation.
have that
with her and
conversation
that closure.
and that closure of like how I felt and stuff like that. So it did fuck me up when she passed away, but at the same time, it was, there was less baggage to hold on to
Because everything
moving forward.
was already said.
Yes. And so I get what you're saying. Like, you're probably never going to be able to express that to her until she's either in the hospital because she's health is declining, or maybe not even that because she probably does, God forbid something happens to her, right?
To her, yeah.
But I would just keep tabs on that and try and see when that little window, if you ever see that little window open, you need to take it.
Mm-hmm.
And just so you, and the thing is too, that it's not for her, it's for you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing that you need to understand.
Yep.
Like, you're not seeking anything from her.
Yeah.
Right? Obviously, you want an apology. You want a
Closure.
heartfelt closure from
Closure.
her. But
I've come to terms that I'm not going to get
Closure.
And
That's just a cherry on top for you. For you, it's more you getting out what you need for yourself to,
So yeah, 100%. That's what I said. This man is taking us to church. 100%. But I would just add on to what he is saying. I can see it won't be. I can see that you're not looking for that. You're looking, and what you are looking for is for your son. I understand. I understand. So yeah, but write it down. It'll feel so much better. And if you do not get that closure, I'll use that term loosely. Be ready to press delete and let it go, or burn it and let it go. Because if you don't get that closure, that's what I'm saying. Don't hang on to that.
That's one of my biggest fears. Is when I do come to that point in time in the road, if I ever am going to get that closure. But we'll see.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's life is crazy, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Life
100%.
is there for all these lessons, man, and you just gotta take it as it is and keep moving, because you don't want it to weigh you down.
Would you be okay if you didn't?
I think yes. I think I've matured enough to I've already, for the most part, I've let it go, and I think I've come to terms with already not having that conversation with her. So if it does happen, it happens.
Okay.
And I'll be forever grateful for it.
Okay, 100%.
All right. Did I ask this question? What kind of relationship do you hope to have with your children when they're adults?
Oh, I already told you that. I want to, whatever. I want to be able to, I want him to be able to be upset, that it goes Wilt, bam, and then Kobe. I want him to be able to get that out, and the way you got it out in that safe space.
Why do you have to? I'm having such a great day. You got to bring that up right now.
Because you over here, I ran 6 miles this. I love it, but I gotta kick you just a little bit, baby, just a little bit.
Oh my God, I was having such a great day. Now you're gonna be mad all over again. Oh my God.
Then you went and insulted
See,
the Raiders
that's
too?
the dynamic. I want him. I want to be like that mad, and he'd be like, "Dad, how do you feel about that?" I'm okay.
I'm all right. Yeah, it's all right.
See the high pitch.
Yeah.
No, but I want him to be able to talk to me and be able to talk friendly shit.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Banter, yeah.
Exactly. I want him to be like, we can have that conversation, not be fearful to say those 3 words.
No, he should be fearful to say those 3 words, because it shouldn't be those 3 words. It should be Will, Kobe. That's it. Fuck Bam. All right. This is not a regular pod, so I'm not going to get deep right now. So let's just move on. All right. So now we're getting into the questions about your father.
Okay.
Right. And I just want to start off and say this: your father is a great man.
Hell of a man, dude. I've taken away so much. I'm the man that I am because of him, dude.
I tell him as many times as I can tell him on his birthday, Father's Day, just in, when I think about it. I've learned a lot from your dad. He's getting emotional right now because it's
handle.
it's, oh man, it's funny because they're gonna see this and they're gonna
Preach.
talk shit.
That's what I said. You taking my
He's gonna talk shit.
No one can. Too.
Yeah. But he's just been a great role model for everybody in the family.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get his name, please? Please, 100%.
Mr. Eric Benavidez.
Yeah.
Go.
Mike.
Say his name.
Mike, Eric, everyone knows him as a different fucking name,
Yeah.
but he is the man. Yeah, he's just a great dude. Great father. He has so many kids. They're all fucking. I wish I was fucking his son because he is just a great man in that. But so yeah. So I just wanted to say that before we started the father questions.
Shout out
To you, brother. So first question is, what lessons from your father have stayed with you?
I answered that question already. Stick around. He did it. So that was the lesson I got. Stick around.
Stick around.
Yeah. I even go deeper with that one. Every time I hit a milestone with my kids, it just makes me realize how much I appreciate that he did that to me, like not being there for me, to make me be here for those moments.
Absolutely.
Because I appreciate those moments so much now that it him not being there made that appreciation even more.
Yeah, it's the beautifulness. You can
Yeah.
reflect. You can actually sit back and say, damn,
Yeah.
I did that. We did that.
Mm-hmm.
We graduated high school.
Nah. I did that. I did that.
Where's my diploma?
Not you. I did that. Well, I'm not talking about my son, but I'm talking this is to my dad. I did that.
That's what I mean.
And
that
then,
part.
And
that
the funny
part.
thing is like every time something happens like that, I look up in the sky and I'm like, I did that.
That part.
You didn't do that.
That part.
I did that.
That part. Take us.
Yeah. What about you? I know you have a lot. What is one lesson that your father taught you or that you've observed your father doing that stayed with you?
I think just the amount of the work that he put in for the family, and I feel like so much seeing how much that he did growing up has made me appreciate him so much more, because I feel like I'm implementing that already with my son, and I respect my dad so much for that, because I never realized the extent of what he did for our family until I kind of got put in that position. And it's like, props to you, man. You were raising 5 kids, not just one, and you were making it work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One lesson I learned from your dad is just being a great human. He's
one of the most open, warm-hearted. He's an awesome man.
Yeah.
Man. You got mad love for that guy.
Mm-hmm. What do you hope to do differently than your father did?
I'll go first. Depending, I'm going to give you this answer, and just depend on how you look at it. Everything and nothing. Would you like me to explain?
Sure.
Nothing, because that means I would be following his blueprint, and I want to make a blueprint for myself, for my son to follow. Everything, because he made mistakes, and I don't want to make those mistakes.
I like that. I like that little everything but nothing.
Yeah,
that's great. For me, it's just keeping promises. Because like I said, he came back in my life when I was a sophomore in high school. Sat down with me and my sister, gave us the whole, fucking president speech. I love you guys. It sucks that I missed half of your guys' childhood, but I'm here now. Don't worry. Your mom might not be here, but I'll be here now. Blah blah blah. And then a month later, it's like gone. So it's like, I think for me, it's just keeping promises to my kids that that I make to them, and as being a parent to them is probably thing that I would do differently, obviously.
Yeah.
But
This one's hard. Honestly, my dad has set the bar so high. Just the man that he is, man. It's I constantly look back and think like, what would my dad do? What would my dad do? I can't honestly say that there's anything really I would do different, just because there's so much of what he implemented into me growing up that I'm constantly trying to implement going into my son. He's
the blueprint.
nah, dude,
he is the
and
fucking
I'll
blueprint.
say this, like, look, he's not lying, bro. Like,
He's-
I when I first met him till now, it's like I tried to mimic, or I try to like soak in everything, because we're season ticket holders, right? So I get to drive with this dude every game to Vegas, and I'm his wingman. So like I stay up with him because our other brother-in-law falls asleep or whatever, and a lot of times he doesn't get to go because he has work and all this stuff like that. So like it's usually me and him all the time, and we have these deep conversations going up, and I think that's where the relationship has grown between me and him, and me trying to be so like him in a way, because I watched him raise their kids and how they're grown up and stuff like that. It's like, that's what I want.
Yeah, the love. Yeah.
Yeah.
Immersed
So-
in it. Yeah. See, mine is the total opposite. I knew of my father. The last memory I have of him is a tremendously bad memory. So that's why I don't have any anger towards him. It's just that
you never really knew the guy.
no, I it's just that, why did that have to be who you chose to be?
Yeah.
Do you get it? Why couldn't you be better? Yeah, we all make mistakes, but why did you have to cut the legs off from everybody in one foul swoop?
Well, I even say this stuff because I didn't really get to know his side of the family until I would say maybe senior year of high school, because I found out I had a cousin that lived next to me. So it was like,
It's wild.
yeah, man. You know, it's like I didn't really get to, indulge in that side of the family and meet my cousins and all the stuff like that. It's like, and then I hear them talking about him, and I'm like, he's a fucking asshole. Like, they were like, because they would tell me all the time, like they remember me when I was a little baby.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I barely remember anything about them because I was so little at that time, like being around them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, you're such an asshole that you couldn't even give me the relationship that I deserved when I was little, which was knowing my cousins, knowing my aunts and uncles, knowing everybody on that side. Even they all lived near me. Like, I'm like, dude, I'm literally like
Around the corner.
around the corner from all of my relatives. And it's like that. I think that's kind of fucking pisses me off.
Yeah.
Usually. And from you saying like, oh, you really didn't get to know your dad. I'm the one that cut him off, because it was like there was a certain point in time where he did that in high school, and it was like I can almost guarantee it was like every 3 months he would disappear,
come back,
contact. Oh, he'll be around for a month, and then 3 months later, or for 3 months, 4 months, something like that, he'll be gone. No contact. I can't reach him. Don't know where he's at. Then all of a sudden he'll come back again around, and after that, because this has happened when I had my first daughter. He was coming around, and then he left, and I was like, I have to stop this, because I was like, I don't want my kids to go through the same trauma that I went through, which was him popping in and out, them being like, oh, getting old enough to be like, hey, where's my grandpa? And I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. I'm like, I don't want to answer those questions because I shouldn't have to.
Well, because what can you say?
Yes. And so I was like, you know what? So I was like, I told him, I'm like, you're dead to me. Like, I was like, I thought that I was going to give you
Grace.
the rebound. No, the rebound of you being able to replay what you missed, which was be there for my kids, see them grow, see them accomplish shit that you didn't get to see with me and my sister. But you fucked that up. So to me, I was like, I'm not gonna let you do a round 2 with my kids. I'm like, nah, I'm not having that. So I told them, I was like, you're dead to me. Don't call me. Don't text me. I blocked them on social media, and it's been like that for 10 plus years now, I think. Nice. So, I mean,
yeah, I feel like it just leaves both you and the kids vulnerable to disappointment
and reliving trauma.
Well, yes, 100%. More the kids than the adults, though, because we can, go, and it is just me speaking, we can go have a beer and dismiss it like it was nothing. Yeah. But the kids would be like, well, what did I do?
Yep.
You get it?
Yeah, and they're just left. They're left there.
Well, I mean, you're thinking to yourself. That's what I thought when I was a kid. Yeah. When he would disappear, like, am I doing something wrong that he didn't want to be here?
Exactly.
Like, am I doing something wrong that he's not coming to see me?
Exactly.
Like that type of shit. Like those are the things that I always think about. Like, that's why I was like, fuck that. I'm not letting you.
And that's why I'm along with you, right? I don't want to have that conversation. Because what do I say? It's not you. Then what's wrong with him?
Yes.
I don't know. I can't have I don't know be both of those answers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd rather just not have that conversation. So I'm right there with you. Wait, he wants to have a relationship. I know he does.
But doesn't want to put in the work to.
I don't have time to put in the work because I'm doing.
What is that Tupac line? I didn't shed a tear when my father died.
I wasn't a really big Tupac fan.
Oh my god! You know what?
All right, this is the end of I'm gonna exit left. This is the end of Father Pod 4. I was kidding. I'm just kidding. I was a Biggie fan. I was a Biggie fan.
Oh, me too. Me too. There we go. Yeah, everyone always tells me like. Everyone always trips out when I go. I thought like me, I was a heavy Biggie fan when that whole Biggie and Tupac shit was going on. Yes. But I love Tupac. But to me, Biggie, because Jay-Z's my GOAT.
Why have we never had this conversation? Wait, we're back.
Yeah, we're back, baby. But yeah, we'll have that conversation.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah,
all right, next question. Is there something you appreciate about your father more now that you are a parent? I think you answered that.
Yeah, that kind of goes back into just
being
put in his shoes now and just appreciating and
is there anything new?
What was the question?
Is there something you appreciate about your father more than now that you're a parent? And I think I've said that. I think I've said that when I was rambling. Just him not being here makes me appreciate my kids that much more.
See, I'm about to blow you guys' mind right now. I'm happy just to be here. That's why I'm appreciative of him.
Okay.
That's it. Procreation starts somewhere, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I am happy just to be here so that way I can celebrate, waking up, breathing, poking fun at Ray, talking about Jay-Z, having this podcast. I'm appreciative of that aspect. That's about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what I say. I have no malice or ill will, and not, everybody, journey is different, but I don't have that in me right now. When I get home and I see my kids, when I pick them up, I just see them. I don't want to live in that. Do you understand?
That period of time.
Yeah. No, 100%. I think I've moved out of that place a while ago. And I'm in a journey right now in life where I'm celebrating myself, but also celebrating the life that I've built with my kids and my family. And I think I've done, if you know me now, like I've cut off a lot of people. Like my circle's so small now. Even like with my family, like it's funny. Somebody, one of my homies that came to my son's graduation was like, "Hey, I didn't see a lot of your family here." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't talk to them."
Yeah.
And I was like, "They're my family."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And like, they've been here for every step of the way, supporting me, letting me build myself, kind of thing. And it's like, I owe them so much. And I feel like a lot of people take advantage of me because of, take advantage of me of what I've been through. And people who manipulate you and feel like they still have that hook on you, and they just keep doing it. So I feel like now that I've grown to a place where, like, I don't want to say grown, but like I feel like I'm evolving into a man. Like I'm a man now. Like I get to say, yeah, I can say it with my chest, because before it was like I was like a little kid still.
Yeah.
And when I get around them, that's how I felt. Like I felt like I was like a little kid.
Yeah.
Like they can tell me what to do and what they say goes and stuff like that. And now like I feel like I make my own decisions now. Like I haven't been to my other side for 3-4 years now, and it's because like I just don't want to be in that toxic situation anymore. I don't want.
You've set up those boundaries.
Yeah, like, you know, and I'm so happy. Like I'm so happy now. And I know a lot of people are gonna see this and not understand it, but to me, I don't care. To me, it doesn't matter to you that you don't understand. All that matters is that I understand, and the people who love me the most understand.
100%. I agree 100%. And mine's is the opposite. See, I close my bubble off so much to do for my family. So I told Ray the last podcast, like, you know, anytime you want me to come through, somebody drops out, whatever, just let me know. I'll come through, because I need to build those relationships like he has done. Because in high school, for me, I didn't have anybody. I was a nerd, dude. It was just me, myself, solo dolo. So I always get picked on and everything like that. Somebody asked me, "Oh, you don't talk to anybody from Pomona High?" I was like, "No, I hated that. I absolutely hated that." But if anybody from Pomona High now was just like, "Hey, you know, that's a different cat."
Where did you graduate?
04.
I used to kill you guys.
Damn.
See that part right there. See, I wasn't. I just tell him.
I thought you should know. Because we used to play Pomona, Ganesha. I used to kill all you guys. Well, yeah, okay.
Anyways, more trauma to heal from now. But yeah, I mean, just I need more bromance. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, man. Like I said, you're always invited. And I told you before, I'm not the type to brag or be like, "Hey, do you want to be on the pod?" You have to be the one to be like, is there anybody, like, can I come to the pod?
Yeah.
Because I the thing is, I hate, and it's probably because I have the fear of rejection. And I'll tell you this right now. Eric is the only person I do this to, because I want this motherfucker on the pod.
It's fucking Eric. That's why.
But it's fucking Eric, and Eric always fucking makes an excuse to not come and rejects me all the time. So when I don't say, the only way I get is because I need guests on here, right? To give the direction of the pod and all that stuff like that. So I'll ask, but I don't like asking a lot. So it's like, if you've been on the pod last week, I probably won't ask you for another month, because I'm like, he already been on the pod. I don't want to ask again, because you might be busy, and then you're gonna be like, no, I'm busy, blah, blah. So that's probably why.
No, and that's fair.
But you're always invited.
Yes, and I'm telling you the same thing. So we are opening the doors. So since I'm always invited, just give me a heads up. Yeah. It's always gonna be yes.
All right, sounds good.
We can talk about anything.
Was Eric invited today?
Yes, but he has work.
Bitch. I'm sorry.
His tampon fell out.
Hey, yo, that guy. I love that guy. I'll tell you right now.
He said, man, it was okay, Eric.
from the time we first met, which was him walking home from school one day, and I drove by and I was like, "Hey, you want to ride back to school? I mean, back to your house?" Dropped him off. We've never separated after that. That's been my ride or die to the time where I know this is too much information, but when we graduated and he watched us graduate, or watched me actually graduate from the outside of the gate, because he didn't graduate, but then he got his GED after that.
Damn, he gonna give you some shit for that. Bro.
Oh yeah. Hey, Chris didn't even go to graduation.
Damn, he opening up doors.
I mean, look, we've been friends for that long.
Very nice.
And all I just say is, like, man, my guys are just, those two,
they're fucking solid.
Yeah,
I feel like they've been with you the longest.
Those are my guys, and it's one of those things where, like, I don't talk to Eric. I probably talk to Eric like maybe every other day.
Nice.
At that point, but it's like I don't see him as much.
Yeah.
But when I do see him, it's like we never
missed a step.
Miss a step.
Yeah.
You know, and with Chris, like, I talk to Chris every day. majority, and we see each other at least every other week now that we do the pod all the time. But like with Chris, it's like me and Chris could like not talk for like a year and get back together, and we're just like,
what'd you do yesterday?
Yeah, it'd be like nothing happened, right? Those are my two guys. Like I don't I won't say that lightly, but
that's what I was telling you. Like I need that bromance too, dude. That's what I said.
Yeah,
like,
man. I mean, look, I'm not Drake. If you're solid, I'm the guy, and Chris will attest to this, right? I am the guy that's very loyal. So if you show me that you are straightforward and you're down to earth and you're cool, and you come around and all of a sudden you step into that circle, I will gladly let you in the circle. But as soon as you hit that wall and you start fucking around, you're out.
Oh no.
And I will Chris knows, like I'm the type where like I cut you off and it's like I don't know you anymore. Like it is one of those like I don't give a fuck.
No, I'm the same way. I'm blaming because I'm an Aquarius.
Oh, I'm Aries, so I'm very hot headed. So
see, I'm like water. I just
that's
right.
Well, the thing is like I just rather just not talk to you, because if I talk to you, then
I'm a Scorpio.
Oh, fucking.
I know.
Get over here.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, that fucking Mortal Kombat movie was fucking awesome.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna address that.
Awesome.
I'm not gonna address that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna address that. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, you need to see it. It's fucking bad. But let's.
I've heard.
Yeah. You being a new dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's kind of. I want to get into your little headspace real quick, because you are in a position right now where your son is young. You're basically the homemaker, the money winner, that type of stuff like that, caretaker, all that stuff. Like, where are you at mentally? Like, how are you kind of coasting right now in life, knowing that you have all this pressure on you, to basically, it's like if you don't do it, you're fucked, right? Like you are that kind of barrier in the dam.
I mean, I try not to dwell on that part too much, just because the more I think about it, the more it stresses me out. I'm doing it right now, and I feel like that's really all I can do is keep doing it, because the moment I start to think, and it's like I get in my head a lot. Mm-hmm. So if I start to think about if I don't do this, and that, then I'm just gonna throw myself in how do I say it?
Misery?
Yeah.
Do you I'm sorry, Ray, I cut off. Just to piggyback off his question. Do you allow yourself to feel in the moment?
Yeah, all the time. Or define that just a little
I
bit.
can't, because that's why I said it goes along the same realm as far as Ray's initial question, like mentally, like, do you give yourself, like, even at the end of the day where you're like,
if it's not in that moment, then yes, at some point in time, I'll sit with myself and have that conversation with myself, or sit and think. And if it's not writing, I still have that conversation with myself.
See that part? That's why. That part. Do you give yourself a second to just like, oh, well, today wasn't always a bad day. I know bad shit happened, but at least I get to come back home. You know, that part. Do you get to feel like that?
I think kind of the question that you asked, that it hit me more last year when I had all my house stuff going on, and I was working a lot and trying to juggle parenting, work, adult shit. It was a lot to take in. I'm not gonna lie. Last year was, for me, it was a really big challenge on my mental health. Just kind of maneuvering through everything.
Can I ask you one more question?
Yeah.
And this is just for me. Did your dad ever cry in front of you?
No. I can probably say I've probably seen him cry maybe once, maybe twice.
Yeah, I could tell you right now, my son's only seen me cry. Yeah, he's seen me cry 3 times now. Well, no, because he didn't go to my grandma's funeral. He saw me cry twice. Once, obviously, when my mom passed away. Second time was when my grandpa passed away. and I don't think I've just cried in front of him before.
That's why.
Well, actually, no. Actually, no. I lied. I think I said this on the pod before. The last father pod we had was when I told them, like, there was a time where I sat everybody. We all sat in a circle. I'm talking about all my kids and my wife, and I made them say one good thing about everyone in the circle, and also what they've learned or they like about that person.
Yes.
And that everyone was crying.
Yes.
So we all did that, and everybody started crying or tearing or sobbing and stuff like that. So I thought that was a really a good step for just being able to voice your emotions and being able to voice how much you appreciate the person in that circle.
Yes. Yeah.
So I did that.
That's what I say. I mean, I don't want to say I cry all the time because that's not what I am. But my son has seen me cry a bunch of times. I can give you an immediate example. We were playing Super Smash Brothers, and I always tell him, "You're never gonna beat me."
Oh, and he beat you and you cried?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was giving him my all.
Yeah.
But you know what? The old me would have threw the controller at the TV. But that part right there, I just, as far as being a new father, man, that's what I want you to be able to, if I can give you any kind of advice, I know since you say your dad is amazing, make sure that your son sees the happy tears too.
Yeah.
That's the best advice I can give you, because now the little motherfucker just wants to beat me all the time, and I can't. Now I got to figure out a new game.
Yeah, you got to find a way to beat him now. Huh?
I love you, Jordan.
Yeah. So another question for you is, now that you are a single father, what is your thinking in, I guess, the aspect of like bringing, I guess, how do you feel about bringing another person into your like dynamic, right? Because you are, I don't know how you felt, but the way I felt with Ray when I started dating Britt was like, I didn't tell her that I had a kid, and she got mad at me, and I told her, I was like, well, for me, like, I was like, I didn't know if we were gonna be what we are.
Yeah.
Right. And so for me, it was like, I was just protecting myself. Like, I was like, if we weren't going to be anything, you would have just went on your way. You would have never known anything.
Yeah. I think
right?
I'm a little bit more the opposite.
No, yeah.
When I do talk to someone, I'm very blunt, and I let them know the situation of how it is, just because I don't want there to be any point in time where you need a question like, am I ready to date somebody with a kid? Like, no, I need you to know.
Oh, yeah. At this point, yeah. So I think going back, the reason why I brought that conversation up, because I was like, in my head mentally at that time, that's where I was headspace wise. And I was also immature as well. But now thinking about it, I was like, I should have told her, like, hey, I do have a kid, blah, blah, blah. Because, I did have crazy baby mama running around, that type of shit. So it was like, maybe I should have said something to her. So, yeah, I do regret that part of it. But, yeah, I get it on your end. And then how did it feel knowing, or like, what was your feeling when you knew, like, I am the only person that's here for him at that moment?
When did I feel like? When did I like it?
Yeah. When did it hit you? And then, like, what did you feel? Like, what was the, I guess, what did you ultimately like? Did it like click in your head and you're like, fuck, I have to do this? There's nothing else, or like, did you, did it hit you like to a point where you were depressed and you're like, fuck, what do I do? Like, it's just me, like, that
it hit
shit?
me after a long day at work. It was like a 15 hour day. Ooh. I came home. As soon as I came home, I can hear him crying. Grabbed him, fed him. This is like 5 months in. And he's crying, and at that point, he was eating every 2 hours, so I didn't even eat that night. I was just stressed. Laid him down, and then it got to a point where we were both just crying. We were both crying, and I felt so helpless and vulnerable because I really didn't know what to do. Like, I didn't know anything about raising a kid, and if it wasn't between him, my aunts, my dad, kind of maneuvering me in the right directions. And
Can I ask you a question?
yeah,
What'd your dad say?
when he found out I was having a kid, he was thrown off. That the first time when he found out I was having a kid, I was introducing him to my baby mom.
I think I knew. I'm telling you, I can see the glint behind the sunglasses, dog. That's what I'm telling you. I just a inkling. How does he feel now?
Oh, forever grateful. I gave him his first grandson.
There you go.
First Benavides.
There you go. There you go. There you go. That's everything right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it hit me that night, and as I still had that mindset of I'm still gonna get my sleep. I'm still gonna be able to relax, do my thing, and I kind of just put it in my head like, no, this is life right now. You're not gonna get no sleep. You're a fucking dad. This is how it's gonna be.
One more question. I'm so sorry, man.
No, you're
I'm
good.
trying to find out about your boy. Were you scared to tell your dad?
Oh shit. Yes, I was. I think I told him first. I did tell him first, and I think I was more afraid to tell him. I was more afraid to tell him.
There's a backstory to that because, I just
because I already knew his answer
And what was your
and
answer?
everything that he was preaching to me prior to me ever meeting my baby mom.
Very nice.
Yeah.
What was your answer? When he told you, what'd you say? It has to be offline?
yeah.
Okay. That's perfect.
Well, no, because the funny thing is like he's right? Because I knew where he was at mentally.
This guy
Okay,
has been
that's what I'm saying.
since I've met him, he's always been like my big brother.
See, that's love right there. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's love.
Well, we've ever since I've, like I said, been in the family, like me and him had a connection. As soon as like I would chill with them, right? We would play video games together all the time, and we just had this like, I don't know, just connection.
Yeah.
So he ended up moving here because his work was closer to here than where they used to live. So I was super excited. I was like, dude, this is my partner.
Yeah.
Like, cool. He gets to live here. We get to talk to each other. But then I would always confide in him like advice.
Okay.
Because
Not to make the same mistakes.
Same mistake that I made.
I got you. I got you.
That type of stuff. And I was like, I see where he's going. And then I'm like, dude, you're far beyond years of anybody that's in your position right now. Like, cause he had straight out of high school, went into, not straight out of high school, but like right after high school, got into this trade. Then he started liking this trade and he started getting money. And I'm like, bro, like if you stay on this course, you can have it all. And I told him, but you got to be smart. Like, the girls are going to come. I'm like, you just got to make sure that you're protected.
Gotcha.
Because I was like, any girl that's going to see you, they're just going to they don't see you. They see the money. And they're going to trap you and blah, blah. I'll just give all the advice.
I got you.
So that's the reason why.
I got you.
That's the reason why he was scared to tell me when he did. Because when I knew, the funny thing is, he started disappearing.
I got you.
Right?
Yeah.
And I already knew it was about a girl.
Yeah, I
knew
you.
it.
Yeah.
So I kept telling him, like, hey, bro, like, I know you are.
The unspoken thing.
Yes,
Yeah, I
told
you.
him, I know you are falling in love or, and this is new and it's exciting. And I told him, I was like, just be careful.
I got you.
Just be careful. I told him because I'm like, it gets hot and heavy really fast.
You've seen Don't Be a Menace, right?
Nah.
You've never seen Don't Be a Menace.
Oh, I sent you the meme, dog. Come on, dog.
I was like, bro, like,
come on.
I was like, the hell no.
I sent him a meme. I was like, when I said that shit, he was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Yes, of course I seen it.
The moment in the movie where she finds out she's pregnant, it's exactly how it happened.
Like after the hot dog and everything.
Huh? No. Where they get done doing the deed and ashtray, I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, after the that's what I said, after the hot dog. And
the fucking feet. Yeah.
That's the baby.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny.
Man, I love that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. But yeah, man. it's just there's a lot of stuff. It's funny, but at the same time, it's
I didn't know your guys' big brother dynamic. That's why. Now I see it now.
Like I can sit back now and laugh at everything that I've been through. Yeah, this shit's funny.
It was a wild ride.
That first
year of him knowing and getting.
I think even that first year that everything happened when I found out that I was having a kid, because I just disappeared. I will say I did disappear that first year, and that shit was tough, because I went from having the relationship with him and Britt, staying here for I was like 4 years, and then kind of just going MIA that whole year and not talking to anybody, and it was scary. It was scary trying to to come back in. And
we handled it.
But it also showed him as well, like family is family, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we can talk about somebody else, but
to an extent. No, to an extent.
To an extent. We can talk about somebody else, but family is family, bro. And I told him, I'm like, because I think there was we had a conversation after he came back, like it was one of those like him being gone and he didn't know like how he would fit back in and kind of like that. And I'm like, bro, we're always gonna be here for you, no matter what. Yeah. And obviously the challenges that he faced coming back because of all the stuff that happened, it showed him like, you know, I personally think it kind of gave him confidence to be like, all right, I can do this.
Yeah.
You know, and because I'm like told him like there's people you can fucking point at anybody outside and you'll probably get somebody who had to do this shit by themselves.
Yeah. No, I just I like the how you faced your fears, and how you, Ray, had like throughout what you've said throughout the pod and everything about how you've evolved and how you just welcomed him back into the fold, and like he never even that's the love that I'm talking about. That's that bromance. That's what I told you in this aspect of my life. That's what I'm looking for, because I know how to build those relationships, but I stopped. Does that make sense?
Yep, 100%. And yeah, I mean, just to add cherry to that, I mean, everyone has to go through life and deal with stuff themselves,
experience
to understand
life for themselves too.
And I feel like that's what happened to him. And I mean, look, I can give like what is that one quote, like you can't bring a horse to the water.
You can't lead a. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
Yes, and I think that's kind of like the mentality I have. Like, and he said I'd always pump advice to him, and he would come to me when he had questions about stuff, and I was like, man, I have all this knowledge that I can give you, and I don't have anybody in my life that I'm connected with like that. So it's like I felt comfortable with. And I'm sure the way he's talking to you right now, that I felt the same way when he would talk to me, that he was receiving stuff, that he trusted me with what I was telling him. Because, I mean, there could be anybody else that was talking to him that he would be like, whoa, that doesn't sound right to me.
Yeah.
That type of shit. But it's like I never, and he can tell you, honestly, like I've never tried to manipulate him in any way or like give him bad advice or even tell him that you have to do this. I would just be like, "Hey, man, look."
I kid you not. Even at the end of every single one of our conversations, like, hey, man, you can do whatever you want. Yeah. I'm just here to tell you how it is.
Yeah, that's all I ended with. Like, look, I'm just giving you advice. You can take what I'm telling you, or you can do whatever you want. Hey, just know we're cool. Like, it is what it is at this point. Because, like I said, I was a young kid, and I did what I wanted to do. And that's why with him, I was like, look, I never had anybody tell me this shit. So I'm going to tell you, but, obviously you'll do whatever you want. But it just let you know, this is the way I see it. And this is what I'm looking from the outside, how I see it. And, you're probably too entrenched to be like, yeah, I see it the same way. Or I know what you're talking about. Or you're just going to keep rolling because this is what you're in, right? And that's exactly what happened. But again, now we're blessed with Levi. And, he's in a great position and in a great part of his life. And I mean, all the blessings.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Church once
Yep.
again.
All right, man. We're getting to the end of the pod. You're new here. Every time we have somebody new here, I have these fast 5 questions I ask to everyone. So I'm going to ask you 5 questions, and the first thing that comes to your mind is your answer. Cool?
Okay.
All right. So number 1 is happy place.
My happy place. Oh, man. The movies.
All right. Describe yourself in 1 word.
Sarcastic.
Just like your dad.
I like that.
Favorite drink?
My
Could be
favorite
anything.
drink.
Could be juice, soda, alcohol.
Dr. Pepper.
Biggest pet peeve?
Eating off my plate.
Say something nice about yourself.
You're a fucking awesome guy.
Hey, that a lot of people have a hard time with that last one. And I'll tell you this, guys. You guys sitting here in the room and everyone that's listening, that is something that you need to do more. That right there.
Yeah.
Right? The question I asked, you should be asking yourself that and saying something nice to yourself, whether it's out loud or in your head. There's a lot of times where we go through life, especially as the breadwinners or fathers or just men in general, where we miss out on giving ourselves flowers. And it doesn't need to come from anybody else. I mean, it's always great when you get flowers from everybody, somebody else that isn't you. But what do they say? Confidence comes from yourself, not from like anyone else.
Yeah.
So you need to give yourself flowers. You need to speak positivity into yourself, so that you can, live a great life. Because, a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people, all they do is think negative about themselves and about life. And, and they live this hard life, man. That's why suicide rates are crazy. And people are always, down on luck because they just think about, the bad things that are happening to them instead of trying to flip the switch and think positive and try to make their lives better.
So I've actually been implementing that in my day-to-day routine, is kind of just hyping myself up and saying a few good things about myself and what I have to offer.
That's good.
Very nice.
That's very nice. That is something we talk about a lot here, and because it starts with yourself, right? Nobody can help you, and I say that kind of lightly because we always say here, go get help. Whether it's talking to somebody, talking to a therapist, talking to your mom, dad, somebody who you trust in,
Big brother,
go get help. But at the same time, even if you do get that help, they can't help you change yourself.
Absolutely.
Right? It starts with you. So be that change in yourself that makes you a better father, makes you a better person in life. Be that change in yourself for your kids, so your kids can see that change, because it is important nowadays to show your kids what you are able to get over. And what I mean is, when hard times come or when you get depressed or when you're going through grief or stress, your kids see that, right? And it's a good thing to show them how to get over that.
That
right?
You just don't fold.
Yes.
The perseverance.
Yep.
Yes,
Perseverance
absolutely.
of getting over that stuff and making sure that that they know that there's a way, right? You show them that path. I'm trying to find this fucking quote.
Did you shoot your Fast Five the last time you were on here?
Yeah. Yes, I did. I think I remember my answers. Nintendo, ginger ale, answering a question with a question. The second one, I said I couldn't. I said I can't. I forget what the question was, but I said I can't.
What about the last one? What's one good thing you can say about yourself?
That I'm always smiling.
Okay, take that.
Like even randomly, I told Ray this, sent him a text message. You'll probably get a kick out of this. It was late at night. I was just up. I sent Ray a text message. Hey, I'm excited to do the pod. don't send me any questions. I want to just go top of the dome.
Okay.
And then I that was one text. The next text, now keep in mind it's late at night.
Mm-hmm.
I said, all right, sweet dreams. So he sends me, sounds good. Then he sends me some meme. And so I sent him another meme. I don't know if you've ever seen the Boondocks.
Yeah.
Where it said, and were you gay? I knew he was rolling on the floor because everybody's seen the Boondocks.
Yeah.
But it was just one of those, like, you know, I told him just laughing, finding the moments. And I just wanted, you know, I'm trying to have moments with Ray too. Pause. But that's just
Big
who
pause.
I am. What'd you say?
Big pause.
I was gonna add on to that, but I just, you know, that's what I say. I'm trying to let people know that, you know, I'm on my Kawhi Leonard shit. I'm a fun guy. You know?
Yeah. I can be too when I'm let out the house.
Yeah, 100%. All right, man. So we're getting to the end of the pod where we leave you with this, and I'll leave you with this. You are allowed to take up space, take your time, and take care of yourself. So that is the leave you with this for today. I do want to sit here and say thank you guys for being here.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. I'll say to both of you, you guys are doing great. Just being around you as much as I have now, obviously knowing you for most of your life, and from now you're doing great. You're a great father. Keep doing what you're doing. And I'll say this, like I say to you all the time, I'm here if you need me. Same with you. If you
absolutely.
you chat or talk or, you know, whatever, you know, just let me know. And everybody out there, hope you have a great Father's Day. And be kind to yourself. Speak positivity to yourself. And I'll tell you this: you're doing a great fucking job. Keep grinding. Keep you know, your motivation up. Go work out. Go take a walk. And everyone, I always tell everybody, because every time I say to Chris, like, "Hey, let's go work out," I'm not trying to get you to run, right? I don't give a fuck about running with you. All right, we can go walk. You know, we can, you know, lift weights, do some shit. But let's get healthy together, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just stay off the peptides.
Yeah, to stay off peptides. One of my barber now is on peptides, and I was like, I don't know.
What is that?
It helps you suppress your.
There's a handful. There's like 3
Yeah.
different ones. There's one that'll help suppress your hunger. There's another one that helps with muscle growth, and there's another one that's supposed to help like regulate. It's like Ozempic. I think the last one is like, it's a form of Ozempic.
What happened to doing things the old-fashioned way?
I don't know, man. That's what I'm doing. That's all,
Yeah, no, that's
all
what-
natty, baby. All natty. Trust me, my calves aren't big because I'm fucking pumping steroids, bro. I'm Filipino, my G.
So there's a steroid for cats.
Message.
Yeah. But yeah, man, like I said, just end the pod. Have a great Father's Day, guys. Thank you again for being here. And we'll catch you on the next Father Pod. Peace.
Back, baby. Shout out Juice on the beat.